How do you avoid crypto problems? Cryptocurrencies have many problems, many of which are similar to those of traditional e-payment systems. However, they also have some peculiar operating principles, which make them more susceptible to problems. These problems are most commonly theft-related because not everyone is careful to double-check the addresses they copy. In addition, cryptocurrencies are expensive to mine, which makes them prone to volatility. Cryptocurrency scams. If you've been tempted to invest in cryptocurrency, beware of the many scams that target new users. These criminals will often impersonate reputable companies or government officials or try to trick you into sending them money. These scams can also be a form of blackmail. Fortunately, there are several ways to report crypto scams. Scammers will try to persuade you to invest immediately by promising high returns with minimal risk. It may also use enticing words such as risk-free or zero risk. There are no such guarantees in the cryptocurrency world. Scammers take advantage of people's lack of knowledge about the cryptocurrency industry. They use crypto lingo that makes it hard for newcomers to understand. Some will also threaten you with dire consequences if you don't comply with their demands. Some of the most common cryptocurrency scams involve bogus websites that offer cryptocurrency investment or mining opportunities. These websites may even pretend to be sponsored by popular celebrities or big-name cryptocurrency investors. These fraudulent websites often make promises of exponential returns for a small investment. In most cases, people who fall victim to these scams are left with a lot of money but no way to withdraw it. Another common cryptocurrency scam involves phishing attacks. In these scams, scammers send emails that lure recipients into clicking a link. By doing so, they can steal sensitive information, including your private key. This is especially dangerous with blockchain wallets, as they only contain one private key. The decentralized design of the blockchain means that no entity can access your information, but this poses a problem when you need to change the key. Using the internet as a medium for phishing, scammers have created new ways to trick their victims. Some of these scams use fake websites and phony mobile applications to fool people into believing they're legitimate companies. Then, they use social media and dating applications to entice people into transferring their personal funds into the phony accounts. Cryptocurrency scams also use email and text to lure victims into paying large amounts of money for fraudulent cryptocurrency investments. Typically, scammers will offer an interesting job in exchange for a cryptocurrency fee. These scammers will e-transfer the money to a fake account and ask victims to use the money to buy Bitcoin or other cryptocurrency. The scammer will then reverse the money a few days later. Rug pulls. Rug pulls are a common problem in the cryptocurrency world. These scams are often hard to identify and can result in massive losses. Luckily, there are ways to minimize your risk. To prevent a rug pull from happening, make sure that you're investing in a crypto asset that's backed by a reputable company. One of the easiest rug pulls to pull is the creation of a new token on an alternate blockchain by a disguised scammer. The scammer then lists the new token on decentralized exchanges and peer-to-peer marketplaces. The problem with most of these scams is that there is no way to audit the code behind them. Crypto scams are not new, but you should be aware of them. Investing in new projects is risky, especially because many don't have a history of success. However, some projects are reputable and have a track record. In addition, if you're considering investing in a crypto project, you should do your due diligence to make sure that you're not falling victim to scams. Another common problem is low liquidity. Low liquidity means that the coin is difficult to convert into cash. This is one of the reasons why experienced crypto traders will avoid a project with a low trading volume. Low liquidity can cause price manipulation and instability. Traders should check the 24-hour trading volume of a cryptocurrency to ensure that it's a legitimate project. However, if it doesn't have any, don't invest in it. Crypto scams are also widespread in the decentralized finance industry. In the last 5 years, they have cost investors $20 billion. Of this, rug pulls made up about a third of that figure. The most common rug pull scams are DeFi projects, but one was a centralized exchange. Cost of mining. Mining crypto coins requires enormous amounts of electricity. In fact, one estimate put the power consumption of cryptocurrency mining at 125 terawatt hours a year, the equivalent to Norway's electricity needs in 2020, and Norway is a nation of 5.5 million people. Intel is hoping that its new chip will help reduce the power consumption of mining operations and, in the process, help reduce the global climate crisis. While the chip won't have a huge impact on the environmental impact of mining, it is a step in the right direction. The mining process is incredibly complicated and expensive, involving the use of powerful computer systems to solve mathematical problems. The first miner to solve a problem validates a block on the blockchain and receives a predetermined amount of cryptocurrency. Ultimately, this means that a large percentage of the mining industry is now controlled by a small group of miners. Mining crypto is not profitable for many people, and there are many costs associated with it. The first cost is the price of the equipment and the ongoing electricity costs. A single ASIC can use as much electricity as 500,000 PlayStation 3 seconds. In addition, mining can be extremely expensive. A single Bitcoin can cost over $11,600. The paper quantifies the lower bound on the energy costs of mining Bitcoin and examines its relationship with the total transaction volume. Interestingly, this ratio has remained constant over the past decade, even as mining activity has grown by 10 billion times. This result is consistent with Estes' argument that the cost of mining crypto has to be a substantial fraction of the volume of transactions. Moreover, the constant ratio is equivalent to the minimum amount an attacker must double spend to make a profit. Besides the electricity costs, the company that produces electricity charges a premium on their prices. This premium is relative to the cost of oil. In addition, taxes are another added cost. These extra costs, depending on where you live and what country you live in, can add up to a certain percentage of the total mining cost.